Drum Major Fitness presents Cardio and Conversations with me, Dr. Jerry Davis. I'm a wellness and fitness director, personal trainer, group fitness instructor, and PA announcer for one of the baddest marching bands in the land.
And alumni, I've got one question for you.
My personal goal in life is to teach everyone that I come in contact with to have a drum major's approach and be a leader as it relates to your own personal health and wellness. Please like and subscribe. So here we go. Today, I want to talk about one of the fastest growing and most electrifying industries in the world of sports, mixed martial arts, or MMA. Which started as a fringe competition in the early 1990s has grown into a global phenomenon. MMA blends disciplines like boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and more, testing athletes in one of the most physical and mental demanding arenas in all of sports. With major organizations like the UFC, Bellator, and One Championship leading the way, MMA has transformed from controversial spectacle to mainstream entertainment. But MMA isn't just about brutal knockouts or flashy promos. It's a billion-dollar industry with global broadcasts, sponsorship deals, fitness brands, and fighters becoming household names. It has also created opportunities for athletes from every background to rise to fame and fortune based on discipline, strategy, and sheer determination. In this particular episode of Cardio and Conversations, I bring in a really good friend of mine, Coach Kevin Walker, to kind of break down the industry of MMA and to tell us why more HBCUs need to be involved. So here we go. Hey guys, we are back. This is actually volume 3. This is Dr. Jerry Davis with Cardio and Conversations. This is my podcast. We talk about a little bit of everything: fitness, health, wellness, sports, whatever the agenda is and whatever my guest wants to talk about, that's what we do. So look us up on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, comment to Cardio and Conversations up under Drum Major Fitness, okay? Again, I have my guest, Coach Kevin Walker. How you doing, man?
Hey, doing fine.
Everything good?
Yeah, everything's good.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Well, enjoy you being on the show. As you see, the format's a little bit different.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
so we are moving and pedaling as we talk. We both have our water. Viewers at home, make sure that you have your water while we're walking and while you're working out and things like that. So I'm encouraging people to listen to the podcast as you work out, as you walk in the park, as you are in your car, whatever that looks like. This to kind of give you something else to do than just maybe listen to music. Maybe you can get some information on what we're talking about today. So today is our third podcast. I'm super excited about my guest, Coach Walker. We're going to talk about some things that you probably don't know about as it relates to wrestling and the sports and how it's growing. And we need to get caught up. As we say, we need to get caught up with the sport. So, Coach, I'm going to let you introduce yourself, and we'll just have a conversation, okay?
All right. Well, again, my name is Coach Kevin Walker. I am a national coach for USA Wrestling,
Okay.
as well as a bronze level coach for USA Boxing, national coach for USA MMA,
Okay.
and USA Kickboxing.
Awesome. So you mentioned one thing, you said MMA, and I know that's real big, but for our viewers, what does MMA, what does that actually stand for? What does that mean?
MMA stands for Mixed Martial Arts.
Okay.
So in and of itself, it's a comprehensive, interdisciplinary art form that's become its own sport.
Okay.
But it's rooted in the disciplines of wrestling,
Okay.
submission grappling, whether it's jiu-jitsu, sambo, judo, one of those forms, catch wrestling, as well as boxing and Muay Thai.
Okay. It's very popular. And as I say popular, I'm sure it's very lucrative.
Yes.
Kind of bringing it down a level, and let's just kind of walk it through. If I'm a wrestler in middle school, and at some point I have something that I want to kind of strive for to be in a professional MMA wrestler or whatever that is, is that the right route, or can anyone jump in at any time? Not to water down its credentials, but what does the path look like to get to boxing and MMA and things like that?
Well, to answer your question directly, yes, you can jump in at any time,
Okay.
but there is a path, and that's one of the things that I've been involved with for about the past 10 years,
Okay.
is trying to create those pathways in our communities so that people who have a desire to get into those sports relative to their career or whether it be amateur or going to the professional levels so that they have those steps that are available to them.
Got you.
So I would certainly suggest in a perfect world, the earlier you start, the better you'll be off.
Sure.
From getting into your school programs, taking that to the starting in middle school is usually the best time to start. Then from high school, collegiate, we
Okay.
can have a program. And then from there, one of the things that my program does is it specializes in trying to get people on the international platform, on the global platform, so that they'll be better prepared if they decide to go into it as a profession.
Okay.
So getting people involved on the Team USA circuit.
Okay.
So that's what we do. We made a lot of strides. We've gotten kickboxing and mixed martial arts approved by the International Olympic Committee.
Oh, good stuff.
So that's
okay.
a big thing.
Okay.
I've been taking athletes and going with the U.S. team, like I said, since 2014.
Wow.
So we've been all over the world traveling, and it gives up and coming professional athletes a better, more accurate assessment of their skills versus the world competition, because that's who you're going to be facing.
Got you. And it's funny you say world competition because you can take, for example, basketball. You see these guys coming from overseas with a whole different skill level. I was just
Right.
talking to a guy earlier about the basketball being like a positionless game. You know, you got 7-foot guys coming down the court
That's the point guard.
as a point guard. You're like, man, we got to get caught up. So with this particular sport, is there an evaluation period? Like you say, hey, I tried baseball, got my son in basketball,
Right.
but he's really aggressive and he likes to fight, he likes to wrestle. How do we channel that? How do you, I guess, evaluate a young lady or a guy
Yeah.
going into this profession?
Well, what I would do is, what I do, my process is, number one is you got to get them in there and they've really got to try it.
Okay,
And the thing about, of course, there's different levels of it because you can just do it, number one, for your health.
sure,
Just
absolutely.
great exercise. Everybody knows martial arts is great for your health mentally, and physically, of course. And then you can just do it for recreation.
Okay,
For self-defense purposes.
Sure.
So I might not want to compete, but I do want to know that if I'm in a situation
there you go.
that I can protect myself, protect my loved ones, those who can't, defend themselves. And then from there, that's when you want to try to take it to the next level. And I just suggest people go through the amateur ranks first.
Okay, okay, Okay.
Now, as long as you're 18 years old, you're an adult. You can sign up to be a pro.
Okay, okay, okay,
but
okay.
but all profession is not, equal. So what you don't want to do is just get out there, jump out there, and you've really had no experience at all.
Exactly.
So I
Exactly.
advise everybody, and I know everybody wants to get to the money fast as
Right,
possible.
right.
However, there's not a lot of market value for a professional looking to get paid.
Okay.
And you've got a lot of losses. So they have to think about it on that level.
Got you.
So what they want to do is they want to make sure that they come up through the amateur ranks and really get developed.
Okay,
And then from there, because you might even decide, hey, I just kind of like this sport, but this isn't something that I really want
yeah,
to do.
right. Especially when you run into that one, like, ooh.
And they are out there.
They are out there.
They
There's
are
some
out
dogs
there.
out there.
Yeah.
And females as well,
Listen, the female combat sports or martial arts athletics is on the rise.
Okay.
As everything is with
Sure,
women's sports.
sure.
Rightfully so. Tennessee is one of the national leaders in girls wrestling.
Oh, wow.
So it is huge
Wow,
right now. And
wow.
as a matter of fact, we just had a really great and talented female coach from Knoxville
Okay.
just became the women's wrestling coach for Delaware State.
That's not bad. That's
So,
not bad. I love it.
she's there at that. So we got HBCU wrestling for females, and of course, Kenny Monday is at Morgan State.
Okay.
And of course, that leads to what we're trying to do to get our wrestling program up here at Tennessee State University.
And man, when I tell you that's an excellent segue because it's all about me being a coach as far as personal training and things like that. You being a coach and what you do. It's really more about exposure than
Right.
anything.
It is.
So if you've got this young lady or guy that's been wrestling in middle school and then they move on to high school, if you're not at a major college, there may be a drop off.
That's correct.
So
That's correct.
what can we start doing and having those conversations? Because like you said, there's someone at Delaware State now, right?
That's
Is that
correct.
our first female?
That's the first HBCU female wrestling program.
Okay. And then the other gentleman you meant, was it?
Kenny Monday.
Now where's Kenny Monday
He's at Morgan State.
Morgan State.
He's at Morgan State. So that's the first HBCU D1 program.
Okay. So we've got to have those conversations about, how do we get Tennessee State, but just other HBCUs involved because there is a lane
There
that
is.
someone needs to drive this bus in
Yeah.
before it gets driven for us.
Man, you're absolutely correct. And,
So-
and the thing about it is, I've had those conversations with those heads. And so whether it's President Rob Zabilski of Team USA Kickboxing, or it's Justin Brown, who's head of Gamma USA,
Okay.
head of MMA Olympic team for the United States, or Jim Gunter is the president of the NCWA, National Collegiate Wrestling
Okay.
Association.
Okay.
And those people have just really been helpful and supportive, and just a wealth of resource and knowledge in the efforts of trying to bring more of these sports to HBCUs. So they see the handwriting on the wall.
Absolutely.
And of course, at the end of the day, they want the best representation for the
Sure,
country.
sure. So let's talk about you personally. How long have you been doing this? And talk about your personal business and what you do. Your business, not your personal business, but your
Right,
gym
no,
and things
no,
like
let's not
that.
spill any tea.
Right, right.
No, so in 2009, I opened the first mixed martial arts company here for the first black-owned
Okay.
mixed martial arts company here in Tennessee. So I've been doing that since. My background is wrestling.
Okay.
So I started off as a wrestling coach for an MMA school.
Okay.
And so that's when I started to learn boxing and Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. So that's where it started. And then in 2009, that's when we met.
That's right. That's right.
2009, there was a new initiative to get more activities on the campus and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
So we started doing the mixed martial arts classes here.
Right. As a club. And,
As a club,
and the
yeah.
name of that club is the,
It is grappling and striking.
okay.
Or
okay.
gas.
Gas. Yep.
Right. So we started that in 2009, and we've just been growing ever since. We've had some national champions, world champions come out of that program. So it's just growing more and more.
Let's brag on that guy for a minute, because I think
Yes.
people need to know from Tennessee State University.
Correct.
Please tell the viewers what his name is and his accomplishments.
Amari Boyd.
Yeah.
His name is Amari Boyd. He was the first American to ever medal in kickboxing in the World Games. He did that in 2017.
Awesome.
It sparked a new just revolution in martial arts and combat sports throughout the United States,
Mm-hmm.
such that we got support from the Tennessee legislature in 2018.
Okay.
And so we helped construct and author the first legislation for Olympic kickboxing and mixed martial arts in the United States.
Awesome.
So that bill that was put into law set the precedent for all the laws that are governing that in the United States.
Gotcha. I love it. I know we've been talking for a while, but it seems like things are starting to just kind of line up the way they need to be in exposing our students and the people that we mentor about mixed martial arts here on this campus.
Right.
And if we need to start it off as a group, to change to a club, to having some conversations with the athletic director and say, hey, we need to get in front of this
That's right.
before, again, somebody gets in front of us.
Yeah, it's an eventuality.
Yeah,
It's an eventuality, and as you say, we need to get in front of it, be ahead of the curve.
sure.
Or we're gonna get caught up in the way.
That's right. That's right. How can our viewers get in contact with you and things that you've got going on at your personal gym?
Well, you can reach me. The name of my facility is Bonafide, Bonafyde. So you can reach me on social media at Bonafide Mag, BonafydeMag. And also Team USA Nashville is another one of our handles. And then, of course, the club here has 10 State Gas
Okay.
on Instagram and social media sites. And that's just a movement in conjunction with the Tennessee Athletic Commission and the legislature, because what we're trying to do is to make this a home for those sports, and in particular we're trying to transform Nashville into the Las Vegas for USA combat
Absolutely.
sports.
Absolutely.
And so we're doing that, just having a good time and just trying to get everybody to buy in.
Right.
And so it's looking like Tennessee State University is going to be the hub, and we'll just go from there.
So, as a director of the Wellness Center here, it's my job to provide activities and groups and clubs for the students outside the classroom. So,
Right.
student affairs, I always say we handle the affairs of the students outside the classroom. So, I've got a skating group. You know, we got our pool getting open up, intramural basketball. But the excitement that I see with the gas group, you know, it just makes me want to say, hey, what else do we need to pour into this?
Right.
Because there are students around, walking around, that need this, you know, that need structure, that need that social accountability.
Right.
And whatever that looks like everybody don't want to hoop, you know what I mean?
No.
But if I wrestled in middle school and I stopped in high school, but I've always had a love and passion, then they need to be a part of this.
That's right.
And have some conversations moving on about keeping myself in shape. But hey, coach, you mentioned something about this being on a world level.
That's right.
What does that lane look like? So my thing is just about exposing our students to things that they may not have never known about.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. And the thing about it is, in our traditional sports, there are young men and women who aren't the stars of that sport.
Sure.
Who would absolutely excel.
I'm glad you said
if
that.
they had other opportunities, you know, and other avenues to still be athletic.
Right.
You know, those type of things. So that's what it's all about. So this, and I keep calling it a movement because it is.
Right.
It's a non-traditional movement, and it's revolutionary in its nature.
Yeah.
Because it's not traditional, and I think it's just going to open everything up for the students and give people who feel that they aren't suited for the traditional sports,
Right.
give them their own claim to fame.
Absolutely. The fact that even if you're not great at basketball, or pickleball is the craze now,
Yes, it is.
but you enjoy, that's just that physical aspect. Number one, you're getting in shape.
Getting in
You're
shape.
releasing those endorphins.
Right.
You're handling stress a little bit differently, so that
Yes.
our ultimate goal is to get in and graduate
That's correct.
from college.
Right.
So if this is that outlet where we use the Wellness Center, we use the group gas, and you're coming in and you're working out and you're feeling better, getting good grades,
Yeah.
that's all I'm excited about. You know what I mean? But
Absolutely.
anything changes from that, like, hey, I remember that guy coming in, he was shy, you know, or introvert, didn't talk to anybody. Senior year, he's got internships, his body looks good, his mind looks good, and now he's getting ready to compete in some cage somewhere and make a bunch of money.
That's
So,
right.
you know, so we're going to continue this conversation, Kevin, as far as trying to introduce and get TSU on board and other HBCUs with the sport. Like I said again before, it gets driven for us.
Yes,
We want to be able to drive it. So for my viewers, we're going to take a break from the conversation, because it is conversations and cardio. Kevin, I sneaked some weights over there.
Yeah, I see.
So I'm
I
hoping
see.
my viewers that are in the park or on their treadmill or bike, if you grab those weights,
All right.
I've got my imaginary weights, but we're going to do some shoulder presses.
All right.
All right, just 10.
Okay.
If you are on your bike and you want to pause this, you can do 3 sets of 10 and then pick it back up, whatever you want to do. So we're just going to push straight up. Let's go for 1, 2, breathing out, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and rest. Good job, good job, good job at home for those at home. Coach, is there anything we need to talk about before we wrap it up?
What I would say to everyone is to, in the holistic approach of connecting the mind, body, and spirit, make sure that you don't neglect your fitness journey
Sure.
because it's an internal one, right? Everything that you see on the outside is because something changed on the inside
Right.
first.
Right.
So make sure that that is a part of your walk, your everyday walk, and you'll find out that you'll enjoy life a lot better.
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up. This is Dr. Davis again with my guest, Coach Walker, really good friend of mine. Again, go to Drum Major Fitness, Cardio and Conversations on YouTube. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and all those good things. All right. Coach, guess what? We did 18 minutes, right under 19 minutes. And 3 miles.
3 miles.
So
That's good.
we got some good information out, and we worked on this hard. All right. All right. Y'all look forward to the next episode, and take care. Peace.